Viper Band's still good though. Like
Very
Viper's still a good hero against her, but
yeah,
it's not
you don't want to do anything. You don't want to have anything to slow down your TA game.
I would actually argue Bat is the best mid laner right now against TA because you destroy her lane, yes, but
Well,
you also can gank her.
how do you feel about Aveno then? Oh, we've seen a lot of Aveno. For some reason, everyone's like, "What do we have? Damage? How about Aveno?"
Yeah, I mean, yeah. 496 did play the Veno mid a couple times. That was back in WSG when they were not playing with this squad. Though.
Yeah,
They did play the Veno mid
a bit different. That BB's been on the squad for a while though.
No, but not in WSG. It was 458 carry.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. I remember now because they had a lot of numbers.
Yeah, and there was yeah, sure. Phoenix picked up by TNC. I mean, at least you know the mid pick, so you could take advantage of. Oh, but you don't have last pick though. Oof. The courage of saving last pick and picking your mid early. That's when you know you have a better mid laner. Any team that thinks their mid laner is really strong, and Armel it definitely is. You pick your mid early. You don't care if it gets countered, and then you still have the last pick for win condition.
I don't think they would do this on any other hero but the TA though. I think they're just like, Armel, here's TA.
I mean, any other consistent mid laners. Void,
do your thing.
Void, Ember, TA, all these heroes.
But we've seen Void a few
Conca.
times today. I think 3 times already.
No, Void Spirit, sorry.
Void Spirit, yeah.
Yes.
We've only seen him mid once. He's been in the offlane twice.
That is true. That is true, because he's a flex pick.
He is a flex pick. Wow. There's a new...
That's another 496 hero. That's a hero that at least when 458 was in the team, they used to play a lot. I think Davy B also plays a really good Monkey King, I believe. But it's what I mean, though. Why are you picking this completely off-meta hero, unprompted, by having no good matchup? Because you're like, I want to play Monkey King, and they just pick it. That's what the drafting is for 496. I feel like that's what it is all the time.
Well, what are they thinking here? Why this over the PA, for example? You know.
Why are you asking me that?
There's the Mars in response to the
like
Monkey King.
why is this off-meta pick better than this other off-meta pick? Oh no, that's gonna be the Weaver for WB. Okay, so you're gonna play the Monkey King mid then against the TA. Is that matchup favored for Monkey?
Early, it's not too bad because you have literally double her range.
Right, and then you can actually beat her down.
Yep.
I think later TA starts winning though. As the level 5 gets, doesn't your refraction become too strong?
I think it's going to be a little bit skill based, not as much as like your Puck Embers, not as much as those. Yeah. But with Armel, I think we're going to see him line up some pretty nutty Sideblade spills.
Yeah, exactly. That's why
really start punishing the Monkey King. So I would assume in this particular matchup, having seen the last game, that yes, TA is going to probably have a pretty good time as the lane progresses. But early on, there's some decent kill potential. I would say like sub minute 4 is pretty good timing here for this Monkey mid.
So I guess you're going to be playing the Monkey's going to be your win condition because he's going to be the one that benefits from the Empower, and so Weaver's going to be more of a Space Creator carry. Okay, I guess like it's fine.
We have some team fight problems though right now. TNC is absolutely out of control in their team fight alone with these last 2 picks, Phoenix, Mars, and I guess we have the Monkey King ulti and RP, but not really. Not that you need to combo with RP. You know, you don't need to do any of these crazy things anymore. But it would be nice to have something.
Banning heroes against TNC feels like such a futile effort because you're trying to ban KP's hero pool, which is literally impossible. I'm pretty sure you can pick anything and put him in the offlane. You cannot ban Armel's hero pool either. You cannot ban Gabi. That's one of the biggest things. They don't have a weak link in terms of hero pool, which makes drafting against them such a pain, honestly. They usually, like, when I've seen TNC outdrafted, it's because they outdraft themselves, not because they've been outdrafted by the opponent.
I see what you're saying. It's the games where they go, oh, we can pick Morphling here, but there's 4 counters. We're gonna pick it anyway. They didn't ban it.
I was thinking more of the time more. It's like, all right, so the meta is fast, and they pick always Lone Druid Lycan, which push quickly.
Naga Siren.
What if we go Enigma 5? That seems like a good idea.
I think 496.
And then Winter commits suicide as he's watching that game.
Oh goodness. Oh, Winter. He's probably out here yelling at us through his monitor somewhere here. Taking us on playing with the beta fish. 496 though. They play a bit of Enigma, don't they? That's been in their wheelhouse.
But I want the
before.
Magnus to be their offense. I want them to pick a 4 here. I want them to pick a 4. I don't want Magnus support. I know it's done. I hate Magnus support. I rather see an offlane here. I know some people can play Magnus support really effectively. Zephyr comes to mind, but I don't think it's that easy to play. I think you need a really skilled support for that. Yeah.
Okay.
So Crystal Maiden 4.
You think?
Or Venge 4.
Probably a Venge 4. I prefer to see the Venge 4. I think she does better with the
Doesn't really matter. I don't really care. Whichever weak little hero is going to go in the lane, it doesn't matter. They're both can farm.
As long as it's not strong Magnus.
As long as it's not strong Magnus, the position of weak support.
The
CM is nice. You kind of benefit from Aura, especially Magnus off is the one that benefits the most. Monkey King can go for the the Gunner build that he loves, where you actually max the jump because you have so much mana now, so it's not bad. And we have seen Crystal Maiden quite popular. Not Fortnite always loves this hero, but in Europe you actually see Crystal Maiden often with Spectre. It's a very popular hero to make your lanes more stable. And level 20 talent. She's destroying that Phoenix Egg. You know, just need to get her level 20. She's gonna be the best egg hero.
Not only is she destroying Phoenix Egg, Alvaro, but she's also destroying refraction charges.
Oh my goodness, best pick.
Best pick.
Best pick,
We're going to see Battle Maiden. She's going to blink on into right in front of TA. It's not going to be TA. Armel is not going to be blinking forward. It's going to all be here on the Maiden.
Talk about Spectre. There we go. That's a good Spectre pick too. Though, this is a greedy draft by TNC, though. It is a greedy draft.
It is. There's not a lot of places to farm here and a lot of people that want to farm.
Yeah, I see much more opportunities this time for 496. Oh, they're going to play Magnus Carry. Oh. Oh. I know that baby is quite known for playing the Magnus Carry, so it's not too surprising. We assumed it was offlane because the Weaver offlane is not the strongest hero, but has been picked often. I think probably the most popular, like the guy that's played Magnus Carry very often recently was HFN on Crazy, which doesn't exist anymore, which had mixed results. It's okay as a hero. Definitely not as strong as other carries, but can work. It makes you have always a dual core win condition, which is particularly fantastic. And with the Weaver, it does combine well together with Magnus Monkey King. You have a lot of minus armor. Not a bad proposition for 496. This time they actually have the chance to just win the game by running the enemy team over. It's a better draft than last time, for sure.
Alvaro thinks it's a better draft. I'm inclined to agree with him here personally, although getting yourself countered wasn't that easy, or his, it doesn't make the game much easier for you, is what I should say. So it's good to see them actually go for something a little bit more they're not putting themselves two steps down from the start, is really what I should be saying here, as they kind of ended up with that a little bit earlier. So we'll see here as we get underway with Game 2. TNC looking for the clean 2-0 to match Among Us, as that'll be pretty highly contested. We will have, I believe, the top 4 for certain moving on here of the 10 teams, as we do have a 10-team round robin here throughout.
I like this draft better than last time for 496. I think this draft is what they like to do, which is, there's still a lot of comfort picks like the Magnus Carry, which I know they've seen a lot on BB. Quite successful last time we saw it. We also see, as I mentioned, the Crystal Maiden they favor, the Monkey King. So picks that are comfort picks, but still a draft with much more cohesion and an idea to beat the enemy. I wouldn't say that the draft is better than TNC, but certainly better than last game by a long shot. And it's a good draft to punish the extremely greedy draft that TNC went for.
Yep, I agree. But I think Gabby kind of recognizes that. He's going, all right, I'm going to have to get my butt kicked in lane for a little bit longer than normal while Armel farms my entire jungle. As they're fighting already. Speaking of Armel, this is a perfect opportunity. Start off the game in their favor. Whitemon has nothing to offer. They need a bit more damage. And the Monkey, the Boundless Strike, actually getting the assisting in the kill.
Yeah, you get that BB to get the first blood as well, which is massive, by the way. And we were talking in the beginning of the draft. Remember we said, oh, they have like the perfect things for a carry. The Magnus to enable him with Empower and the Venge to save him, right? You actually, now that we see how this is drafted, we see a different save being added as well, which is the Ags on the Weaver, which is most likely going to come out this game, which just gives you another option to save your carries from whatever it is TNC is proposing. So you have a lot of ways to fix your mistakes, per se. Clean your booms.
Yeah. You're certainly correct about that, but the Ags has been nerfed a bit, right? The cast range isn't what it used to be. You're going to have to put yourself in a bit of a worse position, which against specifically a Mars and a TA could, I don't want to say nullify it, but make it a lot more difficult to get off an effective one as compared to before. But it still gives you for sure the option. I would also be surprised if we did not see the Aghanim Scepter get purchased here. So do expect that in the quick buy, maybe the 30-minute mark would be nice to have it by. Especially because it lets you save enemy heroes if they get trapped in an arena and get them out of there. Get a jail-free card, essentially, for them.
Well, I'll see how this early game goes for these guys at 496, because if they get a nice early stage going on and they manage to put both Spectre and TA on a back foot, that would be the ideal situation for them, as then they can just start taking away their map control and then they kill them consistently all the time. So I like that idea by 496. I'm wondering if they can make it happen, because these lanes are not particularly easy for them, especially the Phoenix Mars lane. I would say is super strong. This Magnus is going to have a tough time. Even if he goes for the Shockwave build, which is easier to lane with, it's not it's still not good enough, right?
Yep.
Phoenix Mars is just too strong.
Oh, there we go. There was actually a trial lane. Bombi was being basically zoned out of the entire lane by Whitemon himself. Good job there. Just trading blows with the Maiden. He will TP down back bottom. It looks like TNC, they really like to do this. Kind of secure the first wave, just make it real difficult for the enemy carry early on. And, well, the Weaver against the Spectre wasn't too bad for the Spectre, especially with the double ring of regen, starting out with that out of the gate. So, again, they're not too upset with how that early game has gone. Yeah, the first blood's a little bit annoying, but not the biggest deal. You'll be okay. You have Armel mid lane, who's already doing pretty nicely here, 7-1 compared to the Monkey 9-5. So Monkey doing a little bit better for now, but again, we should expect to see this kind of swing back after the power rune spawns.
Well, on the bottom lane, Red is doing a pretty decent job of stopping Gabi right now. But now the counter initiation as Whitemon comes in. Yeah, Red messed up. He set himself up for a perfect impetus. Jokam does get a courier, but maybe might die as a result. And honestly, this courier is not really worth your life if you do die. The enchant's not yet ready. Whitemon still looking for the impetus bang. Let's see if he can get it. Yeah, a bit more slow. Jokam stays close to him, knowing the impetus is going to be too strong. Trying to go around the tree to prevent vision. It's pretty smart by Jokam. He's playing this lane properly. And Red comes in to save his teammate. Yep.
Good stuff there. Yeah, it's not worth dying for a level 1 courier. It's 30 gold for your team. Oh boy, a CS. You know, no one is... It's not really going to make the difference, unfortunately. First blood for a kill, that's different. Now we're talking. That's money here. As there's money top lane instead for KP. And he's going to land the kill there with the Spear of Mars onto Bombi. Not having a fun time, this Maiden. A bit of a weak support. I am generally a bit surprised to see it actually get picked up here. As they will pin that BB to a tree. KP just looking for free damage. He knows that there's no chance. All the trades are going to be in his favor here. Armel, he's going to be forced away after losing the refraction charges. So Hong having a pretty decent time here. Again, early on, while the attack range of Armel still needs to be buffed up with the passive of Sideblades.
Well, Armel is going to try to find... Is now trying to find the footing in this lane as Hong is starting to play really aggressively, as you tend to do as Monkey King. Once you get level 5, your damage, yeah, kind of match it, but you need some ganks to go with it. Whitemon dies in the bottom lane. This time a kill by 496. Good start to recover a bit and putting a bit of pressure on Gabi, who's not farming too much. And that's all you want, really. Nobody's really farming that much in the early game right now. The GPMs are lower than usual. They're missing a lot of last hits because everyone's just fighting really a lot. And that's exactly what 496 wants, a low GPM game, so they can take advantage of their experience and their superior heroes.
Yeah, but you can already see TNC already off into the jungle.
Oh, Tim's is going to die here. They have Mango. Oh, no. Took too long. That was a kill. You just needed to frostbite there, Bombi.
Yep. I was looking over at Tim's, or sorry, make that Armel. Just already farming the jungle. Double Wraithman. He's doing his thing. Farming the triangle. He knows that there's very little point of actually contesting the Monkey King, so he will be a little bit behind in terms of experience, but do expect him to catch up a lot faster, especially if he can get any stacks going. We'll see, though. Tim's getting bullied. He's going to have to TP back into the lane if he wants to get back here quickly, so he's not going to be able to stack too much. And with that haste run, actually, look at this. Hung running down. Armel now boundless strike, waiting for that 4th hit. Maybe just trying to bait him out, but that's going to give him enough time to get the refraction charges up. No, not quite. As he will get the kill. Nice job there, turning with the haste run.
There they go kill there. Jokam will also die, though, as a result in the bottom lane, as they got Whitemon, but still good because Red, again, is all out of the porting pressure. You are giving free kills here to Gabi, which is not great, though. So maybe Jokam wants to play a bit safer there. We'll see. But the middle lane is so in favor right now of 496, and it's working nicely. And Monkey King plus Magnus is a good dual win condition. So as long as one of them pops off is all you really need. Right? Either of them can become the real main win condition, and the other person can become more of a pseudo carry initiator. So it works nicely. This draft is definitely much more flexible than the last one, which allows you to play adapting to the enemy style.
Yeah, most definitely. And this time, actually, he's going to be able to start his stuff here a little bit more on the Monkey King. He's got a great start. He's got a great start coming his way. I mean, already 35-21. He's basically dominated this lane, which is more than you're probably hoping for when you see Armel lock in that TA so early on. That BB is going to be pinned to the wall, taking a bit of damage and forced away. And so we do have the Maiden stacking a little bit here for the Monkey King, just trying to make sure that they can maintain that early gold advantage that they've managed to build up over the TA. This is interesting. Red has gone for the Urn of Shadows here on the Weaver.
Oh, very
Boots
common. Very common.
for the Vessel.
The only ever since they actually no, they changed it again. So yeah, never mind. For a while, Vessel Weaver was one of the few heroes that could actually build Vessel properly because you have to be alive, right, to use it. And Weaver actually stayed alive long enough. But it's still a really good item on Weaver. The Revenant damage is great with your Swarm. It's fantastic against Spectre every single game, right? So that's always a given. It's really good against Enchantress. It's really good against Phoenix. And you don't have any dispels on the main team or people that can build a spell because your offlaner is not the kind of offlaner that builds Lotus Orb, or at least not early. So it's just a nice little win for 496. Honestly, I think it's a really good pickup here. You can play really aggressively for the Weaver, and you might even be able to do a little ganking squad with Weaver, Monkey King, Crystal Maid, and Bench. And let the Magnus be a bit more of a farmer if he wants to go for a
I think that's very realistic. I think that's very realistic here. Debbie's, I think the stacks are actually for him. He definitely needs them to recover here a bit, and recover he can do, of course, with that built-in cleave. Especially with plenty of mana getting sent to him, courtesy of the Crystal Maiden. So I think overall, actually, 496, they've set themselves up very, very nicely here in this laning stage. I think I'd like to see them, like you said, rotate a little bit. If they can catch Armel one more time, they know exactly where he is, actually. As you can see Bombi already just ruining the jungle in here. Going to be demolishing just probably the Wildland Ripper and then just leaving as already that. Maybe scouting the stack of Ancients and alerting the team, going for a smoke gank here would be really good because if they can be, I think honestly this is going to be who's going to fire first, right? Because if 496 can force TNC to react and defend their jungle, that's time for DatPB to catch up and actually accelerate his farm. And the monkey.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's just about making sure that you have barely enough space in the early, right? It's not really that much the requirements you need. I think last game the requirements for the laning stage for 496 were much higher.
Yes.
This time is just making it through, really, and then you're gonna naturally win the early mid game anyway because the enemy team is gonna be forced to farm. I wonder how aggressive they're playing on the Spectre though, because we always seen Gabby going for a blade mail build.
That is a good point actually. I did neglect the Spectre.
Yeah, because Spectre can join in on fights. She is quite strong if you actually build her properly to join on fights. Most people see erroneously Spectre as this hard late game carry. She is not. Like, she can really fight relatively early thanks to Haunt, as long as you build it so she has a bit of damage. So you go Montestad, you go Blade Mail, yeah. Spectre can actually participate early. Yeah, she's not a space creator, but she's definitely not a useless, hero sitting in lane.
Yeah, it's not your, it's not like a Dusa, right?
Even Deuce is actually pretty decent now. I would say Sven is a better example. Like, Sven really doesn't want to join fights until he has at least 3 items, right?
Man, okay, sure, fair enough.
I'm just saying, because Deuce is played quite quick now. That's all. However much Purge hates her, she is.
Speaking of Gabby, it will be the first item, Blade Mail. He's probably got boots on the way to him now. Red can maybe snipe a courier here, but he's going to be backing off just to miss it here. So Power Tread's already up for Gabby, as he will be continuing to farm. That is maybe of some concern. 1-0-1, so Gabby's not off to a poor start here either. But so far, all 3 lanes going much, much, much better than we've seen them go last game here in favor of 496. They also have a ward down here in the triangle to watch Armel walk between camps. He's going to now be a little bit upset to see there's no Wildland Ripper in this one.
Oh, Gabby in the bottom lane, though. This is an important kill. They're actually going for a Haunt. Gabby getting away. Thanks to this Haunt, right? They did stun Jokam. In comes the initiation by the Phoenix, but gets immediately smacked in the face. Tim's way too cocky going in that kill, but Gabby does manage to go up top and even steals the Magnus' farm. There's the RP by DatBB, and now they bring him to the tower. Spectre has no way of leaving. There's no Spectral Dagger. Can someone cancel his TP? They cancel it with damage. No need for a stun if you just hit hard enough. And that's going to be a huge win for 496, I'd say. Both killing Phoenix, which is a little extra, but definitely the Spectre, the main morsel here.
Yeah. Missed the Phoenix. I was jumping back and forth watching the Spectre as she decided to actually try and engage on a DatBB. Maybe a little bit too aggressive out from Gabby. That's going to be a very, very costly death as they're only able to get the support down bottom. They lose the Phoenix, and it's going to be pretty difficult for them here. Ooh. We'll see, though. Armel, he's showing in the lane again. We'll be going for that Desolator first. I think that's going to be probably the go-to item. I don't think his team is going to really be in a position to back him up here if he goes for that Blink first. His targets are not as easy to kill either this game as Monkey King with some pretty high agility and base armor is pretty safe there.
Up top is
that
okay.
was
I think that grazed him. Oh, Spectral Dagger. No, he didn't get hit by the
Yeah.
Mars. Okay.
The
Mars
Mars
have a great experience.
completely whiffed. Yeah, that was it's okay. You get one of those. It's okay. We can forgive that one.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a bug, man. You're the Roman god of war. You're not meant to squash insects. That's what
That's true.
Athena does, I guess. Or not in this case. What's Athena in Roman? I don't actually know.
I don't know. I think Athena. You're thinking who's Persephone's mom? She's the goddess of.
The Demeter thing.
Yeah,
Denver.
that's
but again, she's also not Roman. That's all Greek. They're confusing your mythology.
Yeah,
it's
well,
the same thing, but
it's
change
the same thing. You just change the names.
Hong Kong has his Yasha now, so he can play a bit quicker, which is nice. It's a plus for Hong Kong, certainly. We can maybe see him creating some more space for the Mangas, because until now they've been letting that BB be a pretty hard carry. So it should be the Monkey King creating space there. You can't have both these heroes farming when you're up against a Spectre TA. That's not the right way to play your craft, I would say. Maybe they're just looking for specific item timings, and then they'll start playing more aggressively then, I hope.
Hong Kong has queued up a Yule Scepter here for himself. I imagine he's just maybe trolling us here. I could see its use this game, but certainly not on the mid laner. As they will be going for a kill on the Whitemon here. Still only level 5, actually, so it doesn't even have a point in Untouchable. It's going to be food for Red.
Yep. Relatively easy kill. Red actually went for the, what's it called, the poor man's. I mean, it used to be the poor man's way you build. It's just the most efficient way of building yourself. So you build a bunch of cheap items early, medallion, urn, whatever. Yes, you upgrade them later, but just having this single item already is very useful. So you have like a bit of a peak right now, around minute 11 to 15, when these items are still useful, which is quite nice. And now you can start playing aggressively as Red is doing.
There's a big
Restore
wrap
them.
round coming from behind, but it's very good position out from KP. He was ready to counter-initiate there.
Yep. He had Arena, of course, which Weaver cannot deal with easily unless your time limps away, and she doesn't have it ready.
He already used
Bomb
it,
is
yeah.
in trouble. Oh no. Fire beats ice. She's melting. Oh, she's also skewered. And now killed. Wow, that was brutal. Now they use the
forced the egg.
Supernova. Red realizes they have to back off in time. Jokam can still be in trouble as Armel goes for her. And Jokam can't really do much against these traps. There's no TPs to help him. He tries to get the stun off. Here's the Mars, helping with the spear, and that spear will guarantee the kill. As Red still fights in the backline, trying to go for Tim's, but it's Red alone. They do see him. That's very low on mana. He uses Sunray, and Red needs to somehow beat this Phoenix, but the Phoenix is guessing his movements perfectly. Red still slowed. That's just annoying. The enchant as well. They use the Arena of Blood, but they take a bit too long, and he's able to Shikuchi himself away from it.
Also, might be getting a kill on Armel and return here. There's actually the Maiden ulti. Burning throw those refraction charges instantly. Hung Kong here as well. Will get pinned though. DD on Monkey King. He's got the boundless strike. Does have a jump though. Will he be able to predict where Armel is? Oh, he's right there. He's got him. That's going to be the kill. A big one. Two. I mean, these are great kills. Oh, I like this. Red can continue aggressive. Like, again, KP missing the spear. Maybe he's having some ping issues here, but... So another big whip out from him
Mars
here.
Spears is super hard to hit. All right, we gotta stop shaming Mars for using that. It's honestly, if you, I think most of the time when you see Mars Spears hitting when there's no setup stun, it's just because people don't know how to avoid it. It's like Pango Roll. If you know how to play against the hero, you can avoid it 100% of the time in certain positions.
Red is so
Look at that.
aggressive.
That's where
I
it
love
counts, and he hits. This is what I was looking for. KP, pretty well done. The Honto playing around with him, and they missed the skewer. That BB still in trouble, but there's an RP. Gabby knows. They want to fight him, but they have to be careful here as that BB couldn't turn around. There's the Blade Mill used because he was smelling the RP, and he smelled it right as Red instead dies in the backlines trying to kill Tim's.
Yep. So hard to know how to watch because Red is just completely running at all the supports, trying to find the kill on the Tims. Meanwhile, Gabby just 1v4 and basically scaring everyone off like the spooky ghost that she is. That is Spooktober. They did actually rotate Hung Kong in. There's going to be the ultimate drop. It's level 2 as well here. The Maiden will now fall. KP able to just kind of walk away. They don't have enough actually locked down there. RP was available, but a little bit lower in HP. That baby not wanting to really commit for the jump there.
Well, the match is not going too bad for TNC, to be honest. I think the win condition here for 496 was more along the lines of doing really well early, and it's not really happening. You're not stopping the Spectre and Tia from farming. Yes, they don't have the ideal timings that you would expect, but to be honest, when you have a game like this where you have such a greedy lineup, it doesn't really matter if you hit your timings as much, right? As long as you're keeping the enemy team at bay.
That's
Monkey King went for a Yules, by the way, which is pretty fast.
He did. He did actually build the Yules.
Yeah. So what is it for?
Dispels Untouchable, dispels Fire Spirit,
What do you mean
dispels
dispels
Meld.
untouchable? How do you dispel a passive exactly?
Sorry, make that enchants.
Yes. You sure
That's
dispels enchant and fire spirits, which is fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's not like a dispel.
It's
You're
curious.
like, oh yes, because you dispel fire spirits. when the egg comes out, you're like, you come back and you die.
here's the deal, right? You know how SFs they like to build the Yules and blink onto people and then get the ulti right underneath them. Maybe it's the same concept here.
What, to set up your boss?
Yeah. I don't know why else you build it on Monkey King. I mean, it'll save his life for a little bit here if he decides to use it, and he will not.
Passive
okay.
Yules.
Passive Yules. He's saving it. He's saving it for the big Yule Scepter reveal.
Yeah, I'm not really sure because you could have just used yourself there. I know you're dead anyway, of course, but wasting time from the enemy when they're getting a kill like that for free is important.
Yeah, I know. It's not like a BKB or anything where it gets longer cooldown or anything like that.
I don't really understand, honestly, what the Yules was for. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not opposed to it. I just don't see what the great thing it is here. I mean, I guess stopping TA from initiating on you is pretty nice. Like, blocking her. And the same with Spectre. If you use the Yules in the haunt, then she can't, like, haunt away. That's what it usually does. So it's not a bad way to stop. Yeah. I can see that stun being relatively useful, but maybe you think that you need that extra catch in your team. A reliable way to catch. Because all your catch is quite short.
Yeah.
So if they stop being inside of resistance, then it's hard for you to catch people.
Sure. Oh, smoke's breaking. Nice positioning there by KP on the Mars.
This is what KP does, though. KP walks around the map, does a lot of things, and doesn't actually ever use his spells. He just has to walk.
Yep.
It's the threat of knowing you're going to fight KP that he plays around well with. His positioning is top tier, honestly. Oh, Meteor Hammer Phoenix, huh? The meme build is alive.
It's not even a meme anymore. I think it's like... I used to think it was bad, but I think I've been since converted. I think it's a pretty decent item. There he goes. How do you stop that? How do you balance that Ice Frog?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, you don't. You just let it fall, honestly. It's disgusting. And because, I mean, your team is supposed to be playing slow, but you're actually playing the faster tempo, which is not good. Here, I would definitely say that it's not so much the draft as much as it is the playstyle, where I feel like TNC is playing much more decided and just better overall. They're actually making things happen. I find that 496 for a large portion of this game has just wasted time.
Here it is. Here comes the big Yule Scepter reveal. As they're doing him plenty of damage. Oh, the Haunts, though. Where is he gone? He's actually, I think, stayed. He's come back. Supernova onto the Mars ulti. They can burst through that egg, though, quite quickly. He's hung out, popping the ulti. Jokom trying to do whatever he can. Gets out another wave of terror before he goes, but he is melting inside here. Oh my god, actually. They purged that off immediately. Nice shot by Whitemon's holding onto the enchant to make sure he could not lifesteal off. The RP now will only catch 2 heroes. Oh, no, up is the Weaver. That BB. Now, Gabby actually.
Don't breathe, Gabby. Don't breathe.
Is stuck. They might know where he is, though. He's running back and forth yet again. As there's the Spectral Dagger now. Onto red they go. Armel still alive, actually, but they do have plenty of damage on him. Dappy looking for more, but he doesn't actually have any mana for another Shockwave. Awkward fight there. As now Armel looking for the kill onto red, but they don't actually have detection. He's not carrying dust this time. Red a little bit too fast for him anyway. Oh, no. You don't turn onto Armel like this. No way. Bombi nearby does have the dust there. Dap BB jumping in, and they do.
Okay. That was a weird team fight, because I genuinely believe that when he RP'd, he lost the Spectre. They're like, where did he go? And then he just kind of appeared out of nowhere. Like, I can't believe he was there the whole time. Anyway, because if you don't have a ward literally in this spot where he was stuck, you don't see it, right?
Yep.
Unless you actually specifically have a spell or whatever. You don't see it if you put a ward up in there.
They're still fighting.
Yep, they still get the Phoenix. I mean, it's an easy kill, nice. And then Yule's, I guess, kind of worked, because it did dispel the Fire Spirits. So, yeah, kudos to you, I guess. That worked nicely. But the Monkey King was not strong enough. As you mentioned, the enchant was really crucial there to make the fight fairer for TNC. Still well played by 496, but this is what should be happening to begin with. You should be forcing fights. You should be taking these fights because you already have better early mid game, and then snowballing a bit and taking objectives, the latter of which is not really happening.
Yeah, so it's just so curious, because he finishes the Manta. I'm sorry, he does not finish the Manta. He's going back to finish it now. He finishes the Yasha, and then decides, no. You know what I need now? A Yule Scepter. And then he's like, actually, no, I want that Manta style now. I just, it's curious, because it's like, why?
Well, it's just interesting. I think the spell is kind of working for them, and we'll see as the game progresses why this is a good item. You cancel it? Yes, they do have a clumsy net on Weaver. Again, did not check for that clumsy net. Second game, we see this happen already. This is the strongest, stupidest item.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
It's really good. It is really good.
And they're going to actually scout Armel. Armel actually with a sentry ward down will get vision first on the red, so he's going to back out of there, revealing the position of the sentry. Monkey King nearby here as well, and 496, I like this. They're applying a bit of pressure here around the 20-minute mark. Middle lane, DapEB running down Tim's Icarus Dive already used. He has Egg if he wants to commit it, but is going to hold on to that for a rainy day. As DapEB now, they're going to commit the trap onto him. Spectral Dagger, the snow, but he does actually have a full Silver Edge here already completed.
No way, though. They didn't have any dust or anything. Even White Mom was not carrying any dust. That was a mistake. I mean, I don't know if they could have had him, to be honest. He still had RP and turned that around, but still. Your chances were nil, essentially. So that play didn't make much sense if you didn't carry any dust or detection. I guess maybe they didn't check
I already
the
know what
Silver
Twitch chat is going to say. March would have been carrying dust there.
I don't think so, man. I don't know if they're favoring March or Whitemon in this fight, because Whitemon is also a staple SEA player, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, Arena Blood here to catch that BB. This time they do have vision of him. Yep, so it's easy kill. That was a mess. He's playing well by being aggressive. That's the whole point of playing Magnus carry. You have to play a much more aggressive carry. But it's not good if you play that aggressive to the point that you die. That's not what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that he went back for that. Because he was very confident going there because they got the D ward. They just D-warded the sentry. But still, he escaped them once, and I feel like you only get one of those, right? Then they immediately buy dust and have it ready for you the next time. So I was shocked to see him go back in there. And it's going to be Roche now started up.
They saw him jump. Yeah. I don't know what he's doing. They saw you jump.
Yules!
Yules! And Hung now trying to get the ultimate off, but he's going to die soon.
Yeah,
Yules. Trying to get back to the ultimate. However, you're not a DP. You're not. That's okay. I guess that's why he bought Yules, to get the second of vulnerability, take advantage of the ultimate by committing suicide, but that play was not necessary to begin with.
I mean, either way, it buys them enough time. The mag is returned, and they have enough respect for the mag into probably the CM ulti, so they don't want to go any further here and push their luck. So, I mean, sure. Yules.
Yeah.
Yules
I
monkey.
mean, it wasn't the Yules that was a bad play, by the way. It was jumping in, because for people that don't play Monkey King or don't know this if you're in low MMR, when you jump in, the jump itself, everyone can see you, right? It's when you actually land the tree that you're not seen, unless they have a ward. So they can definitely see you. You can tell that they were there. Red tries to steal the Aegis, instead might die. Here comes Armel. What an arena!
Wow.
By KP though, with the supernova. This is what you were looking for. Burn, 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 says the Phoenix as they destroy Bombi Red and Jokam to boot. With Magnus nowhere to be seen because that BB is just farming down bottom, and Hung is trying to recover by farming the triangle.
It's a big kill, actually. Spectre actually doing the brunt of the damage there, surprisingly. Thought for sure it was going to be either Phoenix or Armel, but no, it is neither.
This is it's just very well done. It's very well done by TNC. I absolutely love how they're playing. I think Mars, Gabe particularly is playing a really good sacrificial Mars, where in a sense his role this game is simply just to sacrifice himself for the initiation. It doesn't really matter if he dies because you're not really a core here. With a TA and a Spectre, you're another slave. Yeah, you're not really a core.
Yeah.
So, Mars is playing a good game. KP also went for a really defensive build. He himself went for the Yules. I think his Yules makes much more sense than just set up for the spear. So
Yeah, I mean, obviously. Yeah, I don't know what, I don't understand. I'm looking through the chat. Even the chat is quite baffled here. You know, and you know that's when it's really confusing, when the chat doesn't immediately flame the casters for not knowing about Monkey King Yules. That's when you know it's shocking. I mean, okay, so
the average MR of our chatter is also 10K, so if they don't
it's 11K now, actually. I follow them all on Twitter, and they all just posted their 11K screenshot.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's good. That's good.
No, but okay, so this makes more sense now. Manta style into Ags. Yes, I like it. Yules? That's a bit of a brain buster right there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, the Yules is interesting. I mean, with the Ags, maybe it'll make much more sense. We'll just see. I don't want to judge the build until we kind of see it in action, because I genuinely am just baffled by it. Why you would not go for Manta for the spell instead?
Don't the Monkey King guards, don't they actually get your buffs? So if you make them with Empower, don't they actually kick ass?
I'm not sure if they get Empower, though. They definitely get your items, but I don't know if they get Empower.
Oh,
RP?
Okay, they have actually gotten the break as well, but there's plenty of heroes to help her nearby. They finally cancel that CM ulti. Gabby's still on half HP, can continue to fight as well. That PB has got nothing left. Stuck in the arena, he will drop as Red is able to Sakuchi away, but the hit and run completely failed as TNC. They were off in the trees, waiting now, breaking the trees. Yule Sceptered up is the Monkey King. That's not his Yule Scepter, though. He still has his Yule Scepter. Hung now dropping the ulti in return as down goes the Supernova. Continuing to try and fight this one. He needs to Yules. He did it, Yules!
He did not use Avo. He did not use. That was a team wipe now. And all off the back of essentially a really good Arena of Blood and a nice little Spectre bait. They even killed the Venge Illusion to make it the +1 on the team wipe, of course. And now you can push towers. Honestly, I can't believe I'm seeing a team as greedy as a TA Spectre actually winning fights just on the back of their really good Mars plus Phoenix. Because the Mars plus Phoenix makes up for your greedy draft because 496 didn't punish you. Maybe they had gone for an offlaner with more team fight, it would have been easier to punish. But with a Weaver, if you're not winning from the start, if you're not running at them and just beating them, it's really hard to play from behind. And you're starting to play from behind. And now TNC, I mean, the late game is theirs anyway, so this is a really tough game because the late game is 100% TNC's. So 496 needs to do something in the next 10 minutes to really turn this game around. A team fight with a good RP needs to happen.
I think 496 they know they definitely knew. I mean I think that's why Red was kind of just caught running at backliner so much early on in the fights. Unfortunately, it's just the draft didn't come quite together for them here. Hung, nice job there, interrupting, stopping the combo from coming through. As there's the Spectral Haunt now. Gabby finding the kill onto one. Now Spectral Haunting right on back and around, even confusing me as Red is finally able to get off safety. But Armel jumping on in onto Jokum, gets stunned up. Actually might lose the Aegis here as he will eventually die. But now the Mars ulti has chopped down the trees here of the Monkey King. He's got the Yules. Will he use it? He's not going to get the chance. He's going to get nukes down instead.
Yeah, with a freezing field here for KP. Bombi trying to dance. Not successfully. Oh, there you go. Bursted down. Even with the extra armor, TA will just pierce right through you. Red tries to create some space for the team. He does have... No, has no escapes, only the Shikuchi. No time lapse, so Red has to be quite careful. Dabby is nearby as well with an RP potentially, but he lacks the damage to make it work. And Gabby just got Scotty, by the way, so it's going to be a really difficult fight to try to beat him in. Even with the silver, you need to break first for sure, and then the RP. Dabby B setting up for the RP. It's only 2 heroes. There's a break. RP, great. Montestal does not dodge it, but Dabby B now has to fight against Armel. The second carry is protecting the first carry. Gabby's still flying for now. He's way too tanky. They can't beat him. It's actually Dabby B who goes down. They even swap Gabby, but Gabby will not die. This man refuses to go down, and the damage is coming out from Armel anyway, so 496 gets disintegrated. I don't know what they could do anymore, honestly. That was kind of a Hail Mary, and you lost your carry there. That's not looking good for you anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Red is staying alive at the end of all these engagements, but they just seemingly don't have enough damage here. So they're looking for a monkey. I'm going to find one, however. He's actually going to be in the other trees now. On the Gabby, he goes, popping the blade mount outside of the ulti. He goes. That's not his own. Yule Scepter, Hung still holding on to his own. But Gabby, again, with this Manta, just way too tanky. Sorry, make it with the Scotty. They won't
Yeah, once you got the Scotty, this game became really difficult for you because, I mean, back in the day it used to be the hard, but once you get that item on Spectre, if you are losing to a Spectre, and you also don't have a better late game, once they get a tank item, most of the time, similar with PL, because then it becomes impossible. You can't really match the damage. And with the TA as well to boot, which went for a full glass cannon build, what are you meant to do? Seriously, it's 496 right now. You have, okay, team fight with the Magnus RP, like I mentioned earlier, it's alright, but it's definitely not to the degree of Mars plus Phoenix, so... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's a difficult game for 496. I was happy with their draft, but I think their playstyle here was not the best.
Yeah, I think they maybe faltered. They faltered a little bit earlier on, I think, in the engagements when Red was kind of running back here, and we had Gabby running around as well. Oh, he's going to break smokes immediately, though, at the very least, Red will. Actually, I don't know if they scouted him. Bombi certainly will, though.
Armel still has a BKB, though. He's like, what are you? She's trying to freeze me? Let me show you what freezing looks like. That BB. Slow down. Glimmer Cape, thanks to Jokam, I believe. Yes, so he can get away, but KP could still... 6 seconds for the blink. Yeah, they can't get him. Red might be... I mean, you actually use BKB just for a Crystal Maiden, so I think it's a win for 496, but at this point I'm grasping at straws.
Actually, Red is continuing to get ran down. He still has Sakuchi.
Yeah, it's time lapse still, so it's fine. Yeah. There's no way he's killing him. Or maybe I spoke too soon. Never mind, I spoke too soon. I spoke way too
Wow.
soon. Yeah. Crickets indeed.
That's Ags, actually, by the way, for the Spectre. I was like, they haunted for that? Nope.
Yeah, that did not work out. And Red, I mean, I don't love the Weaver offlane, to be honest. I thought it was going to be Weaver carry with Magnus. Oh, I thought that was a bit better. But not so much because I think that would have been better with this composition. But if you're going to play an offlane, I'd rather you pick a better offlane than the Weaver.
What the? They egged? Why did
yeah,
it
I
must
heard a
have, that
supernova.
must have been a misclick.
Dire's
I think
middle
Tim's
tower is
misclicked.
under
He
attack.
goes well played. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he did. Yeah.
No, I think 496, they're going to know about that, is for some reason Valve decided to make it daytime when you ulti. It's an interesting counter to the Night Stalker, but they're going to know. It's like, wait a second, it's not 30 minutes yet. But in...
You have Aghanims on a monkey. And he went for Manta too, by the way, just to laugh at this point. You thought the Yules was for the dispel? Ha ha ha.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Now he has 2 dispels. How can he die?
Yeah, you can. He's literally unkillable. He can dispel damage at this point.
Who needs BKB haters if I can just dodge all the attacks with Yules and dispel
Exactly.
myself?
That's kind of the mentality, though. You only need BKB if you're bad.
Oh,
they saw him
he's been
jump
scouted,
again.
yeah. Oh, they don't
Oh,
put
no,
on his
never
tree,
mind.
though.
He didn't see this. He has Yules, though, himself. There we go. Yules to prevent this. Armel with a BKB. Attacks still come. The RP is not Armel. The KP gets the arena blood off, and they stop the monkey. Nice
Good
swap,
swap.
though, giving him some time. But they Yules him to set up. FC no, he Yules himself. He Yules himself there to set up for the kill on himself.
He used the Yules.
Wow. I think he might have been dead anyway, but I just don't understand. Okay. All right, so that's GG now. I think they can push the racks here for sure. Mag has no RP. You're not really afraid of anything. KP's literally walking forward, doesn't care about life.
Dire's middle barracks are
They might just be able to go for tier.
Dire's middle
Yeah, they're
barracks
deciding. It's like, should we finish Mega Cave or just finish the game? Pretty calm about it.
There's no need. Monkey King dead for 30. No buyback there. As yeah, this game a bit rough. Maybe we're trying to find the
Illusion there, buddy. I'm sorry, DapBB. That's not the right hero.
All right, so 4v5. Can they get it done? We actually have Supernova. Tim's just going to pop it again. Maybe a misclick there, but the damage on a Weaver is good. Venge with a swap, though, to get him back to safety.
There was no well played.
That's a good point.
They have Dezo on Armel, Meteor Hammer as well. So nice pushing. Trying to defend. They have 9 seconds for the monkey. There's another arena blood. They're going. Don't have a target. Bumpy as well. Down too quickly. Gabby B is forced to use the BKB to get away with the skewer. Forces Gabby into the fountain. And this could actually mean that they killed Gabby. Not bad, but your throne's also dying. So who cares if the carry is dead? They Yuled the TA. Finally, we see the unicorn, but it's a bit too late. The throne goes down, and TNC will win.
Yeah, that was I have no idea what the Yule Scepter was about. I'm not saying that's what lost him the game.
I feel like
Yeah.
we're harping too much on it, though. It wasn't what lost him the game, though.
No, of course not. But it was.
I didn't see it shine. No, I agree with you.
It was a baffling decision. I don't know why you decided to build it. Maybe I'm totally wrong here, but I haven't seen anything in our. I don't know. I don't really see any use case for the Monkey King. Maybe he thought he was playing SF.
No. I want to mention just about the game in general. I think that the mistakes for 4 and 6 weren't so much. Like, yeah, it's easy to concentrate, not just us, but the Twitch chat and everything. Easy to concentrate on one item or one pick, like, oh, Weaver didn't really work out that well, or oh, why'd they pick the monkey with the Yules? Sure, but the real problem was not those things, to be honest. It was more along the lines that you picked a draft that was clearly based on tempo. Or your win this game was based on tempo, right? You didn't have a superior team fight. You did not have superior, okay lanes, like slightly better lanes, I would say. But definitely not like run at you lanes. You're gonna have incredible push. Your lineup was just based on tempo and getting kills. And during the 10 to 15 minute mark, when you are stronger, like literally, you could come out of those lanes, even if you lost them, you would still be stronger just by the virtue of your draft, and you still play defensively. You still had DapBB farming all the time. You still had Monkey King farming, as opposed to going for 3-man smoke gangs, as opposed to playing aggressively. And it was only Weaver that was trying to play aggressively. You're not gonna win a game like that against a Spectre TA, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that sums it up quite nicely, to be honest, as we are going to be going to a short break. Our final match of the day coming up next here is going to be Team Stars, formerly New Esports, versus Army Geniuses, the open qualifier teams. You guys are watching the Monster Energy Beyond the Summits 13 on the line with SeekNStrike Avo. Plus, stick around, guys. We'll be back with our third and final match of the day here in just a bit. We'll have to see you then.